Black with Music on 11 outside the Vanguard in Tulsa with Davey Suicide. How's the tour going so far?
This is our 12th show in a row without a day off.
Now this is what, 30 days through the month, or?
Yeah, then we did some headline shows in between it, so we've been playing solid since October 1st.
Damn.
We're a little tired of that. I think we're starting to feel it, and but you know, some of the headline shows have been super good. So
that's awesome. What's been the highlight of the tour so far?
I think just everybody's, well, Joe Let's get naked every night. I don't know if it's a highlight anymore. Now it seems like his normal is the sun coming up, but the first couple times it happened, it was pretty memorable and decadent. But I think all the bands are just top notch, and we really raise each other's performance, I think, because Will's a great frontman, and Andy, and they're all great drummers, and everyone performs, and it's cool to be on a tour where, you know, you're constantly, you just got to keep up.
Yeah.
And I think fans are getting a great show every night.
That's great. Now, you guys are touring around the album that came out in September, Worldwide Suicide. How has the response to that been so far?
It's been good. It was better than I thought. I really thought we were going to get a lot of backlash, because we've evolved, and I think, but we kept enough core elements, I think, and it's just a progression. I don't think, I don't know. You just, when you put something new out, you're just opening yourself up for criticism.
Oh, definitely.
We were gonna get,
especially if it's not the same thing as the album before. If the blueprint's a little bit different. What differences do you see from the last album to this one?
We did this. I think there's a little bit more electronic in this album. We did it all at the same time. I mean, Needles produced it, so we didn't have multiple producers on it. Or the first record, it was kind of scatterbrained. It took 2 years to record, and we just banged this thing out quick, and it was just really organic. Everybody played on it. And,
now the touring band is the actual ones that helped to write and perform on the album.
They performed on it. Needles and I wrote everything, and you know, but we had them come in and like put their spin on what we kind of had. So.
Now, inspiration, writing, what was the process? You know, what did you look toward to get this album done?
I think we've had a lot of roadblocks in our way, and this album signifies freedom for us. And people will find out what that means later. But as far as like inspiration and stuff, I kind of started touching upon. I think you grow up thinking you have to be perfect and you have to achieve this level of this really unrealistic goal for a person, and it kind of hit me that our flaws are kind of the things that make us all unique and stuff, and I feel like a lot of our, you know, like teenage fans and early 20s need to realize like that's the special, unique things about them, and they shouldn't be so hard on themselves. But so there's a couple things I hit on.
Now, what bands, what inspired you to do this? Who did you see perform and say, you know what, I want to make my own music. I want to reach people.
It was Guns N' Roses, Manson, and Eminem. Like just those three. Three
completely different, but yet you can see a little bit of a similarity in the attitude that they had.
They all had a kind of like a reckless abandon. I'm going to lead the way. People are going to follow whether they like it or not. And I really gravitate towards that personality, I guess.
So now, after this tour is over, what's going to come next?
We're announcing our next tour October 24th.
Okay.
And it starts November 23rd. And we're actually coming back to Tulsa.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where are you guys going to play?
We're playing here
at the Vanguard again.
Okay. Yes, and there was a couple radius issues, so we couldn't announce this sooner.
Yeah.
But people might be able to figure out who the tour's with if they do a little bit of investigating. But it's already been announced, and we are the special guests that will be announced in less than 2 weeks now.
Okay. Now, do you guys have a Halloween show?
Yeah.
Anything big planned for that?
We're playing Mojo's in Joliet with Twisted, which is that's going to be. We've never played with those guys, but they're stoked to have us on the bill. They made room for us, and
it's a little bit of a different genre, which is it's going to make for an interesting show. I like when I have lineups that are a little bit different, so it's not the same thing over and over again.
We are kind of a misfit, but I've seen in those crossover situations that we actually go over really well. I think we're one of those bands that can do active rock, we can do metal, we could do industrial, and then we can do even the weird Warped Tour bands and stuff.
I think Cannibal Corpse recently played the Feasting of the Juggalos or whatever it's called.
Oh, that's awesome.
Whatever it's called, I'm going to get somebody saying something about me screwing the name of that up. The Juggalo Fest.
I can't remember what it's called. I never knew what they looked like when I saw them on Mayhem Festival.
Yeah.
I was like, what? It's like a bunch of roadies. They look like, but they don't kill me. But they have probably some of the sickest shirts out there. So
Cannibal Corpse?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those. I mean, the George has no neck, just huge neck. We got to see him Tulsa a couple years back. I think at this club, and it was just wall to wall people, and the pit didn't stop moving. Those guys are brutal.
Yeah. No, I mean, I had a couple of their albums actually. So.
Is that do you find influences? Do you hear something new and go, oh wow, I want to try to incorporate this into my music? When's the last time that's happened? We discovered something new.
No, I mean, and I think the In This Moment record was a pretty big. That's probably that was probably my favorite, most recent album in the last couple of years. Blood. The production's great. The songs are great. Mariah's voice is their conviction. It's just a great album, So I think we kind of got some cool ideas from that.
Now, one final question. What is going to keep you doing this? I know there's a lot of bands that have stopped or pulled back, and they don't want to pursue it anymore because it's such a difficult thing. It's different than it was 20 years ago. What's going to keep you going?
I mean, I think I've always been taught to find passion first. You got to be in it for the love of what you're doing. Money fades, everything else, fame fades. You grow up, and the thing that will be the deciding factor in going on is passion. And it's always been the thing that's motivated me for everything. And there's plenty of people trying to stand in our way of stuff, and it's just we always overcome it, man. We have a very amazing core fan base, and we just have a lot of determination. So I think as long as we're writing great music and we're happy with the music we're writing, I don't think there's anything stopping us.
Awesome. And if people want to check out what you're doing, news, tour, where are they going to go?
Yeah, just DaveySuicide.com. Davey Suicide is the name on every social media. So
awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Keep it turned up to 11.
Thank you.